A very sunny Phantasialand, where I'm coming back to this park for the first time in a couple of years. It's one of my favourite parks. It's just awesome. It's not too hard to get to, and there are so many vlogs on YouTube which will show you all around the park. This isn't really going to be one of those. I'm going to skip through it quite quickly. I just want to give you an overview of why I think this park is worth you making the trip for, even if you've got younger kids. So we do have a preschooler, which makes things a little bit trickier. Phantasialand has got some kids rides, not probably as many as some of the other parks like Plopsaland and Efteling, but it's still worth coming to. It's got some epic roller coasters. It's got some of the best theming I've ever seen. I love this park so much. It's really busy today, and I don't know how that's going to affect the queues, but I'm going to try and get on everything and just give you a bit of an overview so you can work out if you think it's worth you coming here or not. This area of the park is Clugheim. It's home to Taran, which is my current #1 roller coaster. It's a launch roller coaster. It's awesome in itself as a roller coaster, but this whole area is just beautiful. You can't believe that just a couple of minutes earlier you were stood in a car park when you walk in here. All the theming is just incredible. The music, the rides are just surrounding you everywhere. It's just stunning, and Taran is insane. It gets so close to you, this roller coaster, look. Insane. Tell you what, as good as it looks off-ride, it's so much better on-ride. I can't explain to you how good this roller coaster is. You are just immersed in these roller coasters, like you can't get away from them, walking through them. It's amazing. One thing I will say about Phantasialand is they don't really go in for single rider queues, and their sort of fast pass, fast track, quick pass system is a bit of a weird one as well. So the only rides with a single rider are Taran and the junior version of this, which is like the kids coaster, which is Rake. Nothing else has a single rider, so that's a little bit annoying. And they have a fast track system which is essentially one-shot credits. So you spend €20 and that gets you 2 entries onto a ride. That could be, I could use it on 2 different rides, or the same ride twice, or me and my husband could take 1 each. You can buy more than 1 set of €20 tickets. That will get you on Taran and Black Mamba, which is the B&M inverted coaster with a fast track. You could also buy a €10 quick pass, which gets you on some of the other rides, but it won't get you on Taran or Black Mamba. But if you were interested in skipping the line on family-friendly attractions, you could use it for that. It's a bit complex, it's not the most straightforward, but it is what it is. This is possibly the best themed area in the park, if not the whole of Europe. I'm always torn between here and Clugheim, but I do think this bit tips it for me. It's slightly smaller than Clugheim, it's only got 1 ride in it, but the whole area is incredibly immersive. Doing it on film isn't even going to do it justice for you. I'm going to show it to you, but you have to come and see this with your own eyes. This is Rookburgh, home to Fly. Was well timed, wasn't it? Which, funnily enough, is their flying coaster. If you're thinking Galactica Alton Towers, take it up 10, 20, 30 notches. This thing is insane, and it is so beautifully themed. It's the only ride in this whole area, and just look at it, it is incredible. Not an inch of this area that they haven't thought about. It's crazy. It feels so enclosed. detailing just go back and back and back and back as far as you can see. All of this is themed. There is nothing anywhere that feels even slightly out of place. This is the magic of Phantasialand. Coasters just surrounding you all the time. It's amazing. Wherever you go, there is a roller coaster train flying over your heads. You've also got the option of staying at the hotel here, which is attached to Rookburgh. It's the Hotel Charles Lindbergh. The good thing about staying there is you get a fast track to fly, which is the only way to get fast track to fly. They don't do fast tracks, they don't sell fast tracks, they don't have a single rider queue, which is the one thing I wish they would have, because it breaks my heart to see empty seats going around on it when there's a massive queue, but they don't offer that. But if you do stay in the hotel, you get one free fast track, which is pretty good. I've got to show you this sweet shop as well, which has got to be one of the best themed sweet shops in Europe, if not the world. Have you ever seen a pick and mix shop look like this? There are sweets everywhere. It's sweet and chocolate heaven. They make chocolate here as well. The smell, can't even tell you, makes me want to go and jump into a whole bath of chocolate. That's what it smells like. There are so many amazing flavours in this chocolate shop. Hazelnut chocolate, caramel cookie and raspberry. Well, that sounds delicious. We caved. We bought the chocolate. We were like, should we just get a little piece? We've ended up with a full variety selection of it.
In my defence, I was bullied into it.
Hardly. Maybe a little bit. But you know, you got to do these things when you see them. Got that hazelnut chocolate with the Biscoff and raspberry. The hazelnut chocolate tastes just like the inside of a Kinder Bueno. Just FYI, if you are coming to Phantasialand, highly recommended. I always look at this and think how lovely to just come and sit, have a little drink, have something to eat. Never happens because I'm a theme park enthusiast and I'm always racing from one attraction to the other or going on the kids' rides with my daughter. But in a next vision of my life, I can see myself just sat there taking in the surroundings of Phantasialand, having a lovely time. So you probably have seen Toxicator at Alton Towers. It's the new Hus Top Spin. Here is the one which everyone always compares it to, which is Talacan. This has been here for years and is exactly the same ride, but runs a more intense cycle and has more theming around it. So it has some fire, has some water, and it's incredible. It is really intense. If you're a bit on the edge about top spins, this is far, far, far more intense than Toxicator. But it's awesome, and visually it looks stunning. If you're going to send a member of your family on it, you can stop and watch from the bridge and see them on it really clearly, which is quite a lot of fun. ever beat the feeling of walking around this park and looking at the theming and seeing how it all changes. We were just saying, if this park was in the UK, like, it would be the best park, there's no question. It's really small in terms of size and how much it takes to get around, but it's just incredible. You're totally immersed in one theme, and then you walk through an archway and you're in somewhere completely different, and everything changes. It's not just the rides, it's not just the scenery, the food offering changes, the drinks are all themed. Just what sets this park apart is why I love it so much, and it's why I will make the effort to travel all the way to Europe, 3 hours from the port, to come here, because it's just worth it. This is the fantasy area, it's the kids section of the park. It's not huge, but there's quite a few little things in here. They are doing some work at the moment. Sadly, I don't think it's anything very exciting. I'm sure from what I've read it's just a restaurant, which is disappointing. We always like a construction wall to be getting a new ride. But yeah, you'll find all the little kids rides in here. There's a few dotted around the park as well, but mainly they're contained in here. If you've got very small kids, this is the place to bring them. You've got your ride, like your monorail type thing, like Get Set Go in CBeebies Land. And there's also a really cool sort of play area with netting and some big slides. If your kids are slightly older, little toddlers, they'd be too small for it, but I'll go and take you and show you it. So yeah, better if your kids are slightly older, because there's lots of big nets and some really big slides. But another cool thing that you can just come and explore in Phantasialand. Very awesome, very nicely themed. This is quite cool. It's the indoor section of the park. They've got 2 spinning coasters in here which kind of dual, and like a parachute type ride which younger kids can go on. All indoors, useful if it rains. Don't know why, but for some reason I've never walked this far down the park before. It's kind of through the kids play area bit, out the other side. We're walking towards a boat ride which looks suspiciously like a splash battle to me. I don't do splash battles, but this is lovely, really peaceful, nice to just get away from it. Every theme park needs somewhere where you can just forget you're in a theme park for a little bit sometimes when it all gets a bit hectic, and I think in Phantasialand this is that spot. It does say slow boat ride, sit back and relax, so maybe not a splash battle. That would be nice. So update, it wasn't a splash battle, but they were splash battle boats, and it clearly used to be a splash battle. Quite interesting actually. I'm going to look into what happened to that ride and why it doesn't operate as a splash battle anymore. It's a huge area, and at some point obviously they really thought about the theming on it, and it's now kind of looking a bit sorry for itself, which is not how Phantasialand really do things. So I'm imagining they must have some big plans in mind for some point in the future. However, you might be able to see up here, there are some houses very close by, which I guess is limiting them on what they can do, which is a shame, because for a park that's really compact and has to really stack rides in and be really careful with how they do it, this is a huge amount of unused space, which I guess is a challenge for them. Yeah, so wouldn't queue very long for that. It's just a very slow boat ride with not really anything to see on it, but quite nice for a few minutes to get away from the craziness of the park, which we're now going to go and head back into. As you can probably tell, we're in the Africa area, home to Black Mamba, the B&M invert, which is, I don't want to say similar to Nemesis, but if you're not a massive theme park nerd, it's the easiest way for me to describe it to you. It's very much like Nemesis. It is very much like Nemesis in that it's quite compact and quite intense. So some of the B&M inverters, especially over in America, are really like quite spread out. Here it's in a really confined space, which makes it really intense, gives you loads of close misses with the theming, and it's a really underrated ride, I think. You don't really hear people saying, oh, you must go to Phantasialand for Black Mamba, but it's a really good roller coaster and you definitely need to get on it. Also got its own theme music, which is pretty funky. this as well. Mopti's Monkey Depot, climbing for Vierde Kleinstein, which I guess means little ones, and relax area for Die Grossen, which is me. Relax area. One of the park's other hotels here as well, which if you're lucky enough, you can get a balcony overlooking Black Mamba. How cool is that? Section of the park is home to Colorado Adventure. It's a mine train, which you think is fairly junior coaster. Don't let that one take you by surprise. It's actually quite intense if you sit towards the back. The front, very, very slow. And there's a good few lift hills in there. It's a bit of a Marmite coaster. You love it or hate it, but I think it's quite good fun.
We're about to heat things up. The doors to our show of cool moves are now
Inside this big tower is a drop tower. I've been on it once, never again. I don't like drop towers, but might be useful for information for you if you do like drop towers. It's one of those rides where they run on two different cycles. I'm not 100% sure what time it swaps, but bear this in mind. One of the cycles is called by enthusiasts Misery Castle. So the ride's called Mystery Castle, and one of them they call Mystery Castle because it's terrible. But yeah, big drop tower in there. So we've come to the end of our Phantasialand day. Like I said, this isn't like a full vlog, a detailed vlog or anything like that. There are loads on YouTube if you want to go and look at them. This is just a bit of an overview, and hopefully it gives you some help, especially if you're coming with a younger child as well and you're trying to make the most of things and just kind of work out if it's worth making the trip over here for you or not. One thing to say, baby swap is something they do pretty well here actually.
It's really good, really good.
We've made loads of use of it today. We've got a preschooler, so obviously we can't ride things together, which is quite hard when you're a parent sometimes, but here, all right, here one of you queues up, and at the end you just go and see the ride staff as you're exiting the ride. They give you a baby pass slip, you give that to your other half, they go down the fast track queue, and that's how it works. It's really simple. You don't all queue up together, which I prefer because it means the parent who's not queuing can go and do something with the child, like go
and the little one a little bit,
yeah,
rather than sat in the queue line, which is
they don't
it's
want
not
to be
really
doing
what you want
that.
to do.
No,
and it's better than the kind of Merlin Old Towers way where you have to go to guest services and get this thing stamped up.
Yeah.
You literally just rock into the park, go to your first ride, ask at the exit. It's really simple. It's how every park should do it.
And all the staff know everything about it. As soon as you say can I have a baby switch, they're like, yep, there you go, and off you go. So that's been great. It's been I don't even know how many times we've been to this park now, but it's been another great visit. This is the busiest visit we've had. We are here just before Easter. I would say the perfect time to come here is May half term, which may sound weird, but it's not half term in Europe. So actually, when we've been in May half term before, it's been super quiet.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Really
even today though, nice day. Got on plenty of rides.
Yeah.
Really helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fast track is also good.
Yeah, we bought the fast track credits just to get on Taran and Black Mamba, just because again, when you've got a little one with you, you don't really want to wait in a 60-minute queue by yourself. So those things all help. They do a really nice winter event here as well. The park isn't quite 365, it almost is, and it's open all the way in the run to Christmas. So you can imagine what it's like, Germany at Christmas in this amazing park. It's a really good one to come and visit. I highly recommend you make that journey from the UK. Have a good one. Please enjoy the other theme park content on the channel and the podcast. See you soon.